So I wanted to bring you here first to see the 12 apostles. We have once again their call here on this day when we read this gospel. I'm just getting out here beside the Christmas tree to exit outside for the rest of the sunrise. And here we have John. So we have seen 6 of them close up, and the other 6 are over there. We have a group of pilgrims from Evansville, Indiana. With their bishop and maybe 2 priests, at least one. This is becoming a standard feature here at Magdala for our overnight guests. There's a little reminder for them, or a notice for them on in their rooms on arrival that the sunrise is worth seeing. We know from the gospel Jesus got up early in the morning and they found him praying in lonely places, so I'm sure he was pretty aware of the sunrise here on a regular basis. I imagine these joggers were surprised to find all these people here. There's a wonderful bursting forth of the kingdom in today's reading with Saul and David, in the heart of David. He has the possibility in his hands to eliminate the one who is pursuing him with 3,000 soldiers. And he doesn't do it. He refrains from violence. He doesn't repeat Cain's act, which has been so often repeated in human history to this day. There's something amazing about that grace of God in his heart, that respect before the Lord's anointed, that restrains his passion. To learn to restrain our passions. God's word is a great blessing for us in that regard. Coming on pilgrimage, or just at home, even maybe not well in bed, and taking out the scriptures and letting God's word soak into our hearts. God's anointed. That's a principle that is very powerful, to respect God's anointed. And really from creation, made in his image and likeness, we would already have enough motive to restrain our passions from doing evil to somebody created in God's image and likeness. To restrain our tongue from speaking bad words, and to fill our heart with compassion and mercy. We all need a revolution in our hearts. Despite all the rain, this is completely dry, so that means the water has found another course. I'm thinking there's some water here, so maybe it's coming underneath. I will not touch the Lord's anointed. The possibility of revenge was in his grasp. But he didn't do that. How often we need to learn to restrain our tongue, our emotions, even the looks on our face, because we can present ourselves, and the comment is, if looks could kill, to be able to grant mercy, to allow the one who betrays us to embrace us, thereby betraying us. Do you betray me with a kiss? That victory inside our heart of compassion and forgiveness, that leaving everything in God's hands because he is the judge, it's his kingdom. We're in his kingdom, it's not my kingdom. Saul still has to learn that. It's not his kingdom, it's entrusted to him. Well, there we see the Chromians. I don't think we saw them so far this year. Flying there low over the water. The fishermen don't like them because they eat up thousands, maybe millions of little fish. But that's part of this cycle of nature. There are so many experiences of injustice in life. To have the greatness of heart, to leave the resolution of all of that in God's hands in terms of judgment, in terms of punishment. Forgive us our trespasses, we forgive those who trespass against us. And Saul cries. So there we see somebody also in his own weakness. He also has faith in God. And he cries because he's so weak that he has been prey of his own passions, of hatred, of envy, unable to withstand coveting power, grasping power, We should pray for all the kings, all the leaders today. This reading is so important. How to use power, how to wield power in a godly way. We can pray that the kingdom will burst forth in the hearts of those who have power for a season right now, that they will wield it without hatred and only with interest to serve people, for the good of people, for the good of society, for the good of the whole world family, the whole community of mankind, with the perspective long term to establish peace on long solid footing. Not just an immediate gain of possessions and properties and dispossessing others. And the kingdom coming forth in the in the 12 apostles here from the Sea of Galilee, called by Jesus, with their names, their concrete personalities, temperaments, weaknesses, and also talents that God has given them for this mission. And we can also let ourselves be called here today by Jesus to be an instrument of peace, to be a person of peace in our family. And we all have a little power, a little authority regarding others. Some are parents, some are grandparents, some are employers, some are teachers, some are older siblings. Roles of influence, leadership. That we can use as we can serve, we can be servants. People, God bless you. See you later, alligators. It's good to be here and to be able to connect you here as well this beautiful morning.